The story begins with a college student named Bekho saying goodbye to his parents and younger brother as they move to another city for his dad's job. His mom reminds him to wash his clothes every 2 days, do the dishes right away, and take out the trash once a week. At that time, Bekho confidently memorizes all his mom's advice, promising them not to worry because he'll take good care of the house while they're gone. But as soon as his family leaves, he forgets everything and becomes really messy. Shortly after, Bekho starts by throwing a plastic bottle into the living room and dropping a bag of chips. After a week of not cleaning, the laundry basket is full, the trash can is overflowing with plastic, and the house is covered in garbage. He survives by eating ramen, fast food, and playing video games. In the second week, a friend named Sung-hyun joins him, and soon after, 3 more friends move in, turning the house into a hangout spot. Even though the guests pay their rent, their lifestyle is just as messy as Bekho's. One afternoon, the 4 of them play rock, paper, scissors to decide who will eat the leftover chicken. The oldest of the group, Tae-jun, is quiet and keeps to himself, only speaking when necessary. And Bekho and another guy, In-guk, have a playful argument because In-guk tells Bekho to eat less, but they stop when Tae-jun comes out of his room. Suddenly, a stranger rings the doorbell, asking if his girlfriend is home. The group tells him no, and he leaves. After that, they talked about a new roommate who would be moving in soon, someone close to Bekho's mom, but no one had ever seen this person before. They searched online and found out the new roommate's name was Alex, an American Korean. When they couldn't find a picture, they decided to just wait for the arrival. Just then, the doorbell rang again. This time, a girl was standing outside with a smile. She walked in without being invited, confusing everyone. They quickly realized that this was their new roommate, Alex. Everyone was shocked and looked at Bekho for an explanation because he had told them Alex was a guy. Bekho then remembered a call from his mom some time ago when he was half asleep. She had told him about Alex coming to Korea for a student exchange program. She clearly said Alex was a girl, but Bekho hadn't been paying attention at the time. Back in the present, Bekho called his mom again, and she asked him to make room for Alex. Bekho's friends weren't comfortable living with a girl and made it clear they didn't want her there. They asked Alex to wear headphones while they had a boys-only meeting. Bekho and one of the guys, In-guk, agreed to let her stay, but the rest of the group wanted her to leave. One of them, Sung-hyun, felt sorry for Alex and only wanted her to go because he thought it would be hard for her to live with 5 guys. So, they decided to ask Alex to find another place to stay, but agreed to let her stay for a few nights. In the end, Bekho reluctantly gave up the main bedroom and let Alex use it while he slept on the couch. One day, Alex asked Sung-hyun if he had an extra toothbrush. When Sung-hyun said no, Alex decided to go out and find a nearby store, not realizing that the stranger who had been looking for his girlfriend was following her. Suddenly, Alex felt someone behind her, but it turned out to be Sung-hyun. He had come to walk her to the store because it wasn't safe outside at night. The next morning, Alex made breakfast for everyone, and they all enjoyed it. Sung-hyun changed his mind about Alex and decided to vote for her to stay. With 3 votes in favor and 2 against, Alex was allowed to stay as long as she wanted. Everyone seemed happy, except Tae-jun, who looked upset. During dinner, everyone ate ramen and shared stories from their childhood. The guys were used to eating spicy food, but Alex wasn't. At one point, Alex accidentally spat out her tea on Tae-jun because the food was too spicy. She tried to help him, but Tae-jun got annoyed. Over the next few days, Alex realized that living with a bunch of guys wasn't as easy as she thought. They were messy, left the toilet seat up, and never bothered to pick up their laundry. But what annoyed her the most was how loud they were at night. One night, Alex lost her patience and asked them to quiet down, but they didn't listen. A little later, Tae-jun stepped in and defended Alex by unplugging their gaming consoles. The next morning, Alex put up a list of house rules. She said they had to clean the living room after using it, pick up their dry laundry, and not make noise after 11 p.m. The guys decided to vote on whether to follow the rules, but in the end, they voted against them. There, Sung-hyun noticed that Alex felt sad about it, so he made her some pasta to cheer her up. After eating, they went to the store to buy ice cream. At the store, the man who was looking for his girlfriend was talking to a worker about her. Just as he left, Sung-hyun saw him and recognized him. He told Alex about the man's missing girlfriend, but they didn't think too much about it. Soon after, they walked home together, enjoying their ice cream. At that time, Alex thanked Sung-hyun for being the only one keeping her sane in the house. Sung-hyun then revealed that he made the pasta because Tae-jun had asked him to, noticing that Alex couldn't eat spicy food. He also told her that Baekho usually needs the air conditioner to sleep, but stopped using it because he saw Alex shivering one night. Sung-hyun reassured Alex that all the guys liked her. They just needed more time to adjust. Alex's frustration disappeared, and she felt grateful to have such thoughtful housemates. When they got home, Alex was surprised again because the guys had cleaned the living room. Even though they didn't agree with the rules, they felt responsible for making her feel at home. The next night, everyone was relaxing by themselves. When the lights suddenly went out, they gathered in the living room to tell scary stories. Outside, the man looking for his girlfriend knocked on their door. When no one answered, he eventually walked away. After that, the guys decided to go to the store to buy some snacks. The only ones left at home were Tae-jun, Alex, and Sang-hae. Suddenly, Sang-hae started reading their horoscopes and jokingly predicted that Alex and Tae-jun would fall in love. When Sang-hae left, things became awkward between Alex and Tae-jun. To break the tension, Alex decided to go outside and found a pendant on the ground. While she was looking at it, the strange man appeared again. Scared, Alex backed away, but Tae-jun arrived just in time to protect her. The man tried to say something about the pendant, but Tae-jun told him to leave. On their way back to the house, Alex tripped, and Tae-jun caught her before she could fall. They shared a romantic moment, not realizing that Sung-hyun was watching. Turns out, Sung-hyun had started to like Alex too, and he felt jealous seeing her and Tae-jun getting closer. The next day, Alex couldn't stop thinking about Tae-jun. Whenever she was around him, she became nervous and stumbled over her words. On the other hand, Sung-hyun couldn't ignore how Alex's behavior had changed toward Tae-jun since that night. One day, Alex was feeling a bit down, so In-guk invited her to play video games with him. Tae-jun saw them laughing together and smiled quietly to himself. It was clear that he was starting to like Alex too. After the game, Alex helped In-guk pick out a necklace for his crush. In-guk joked that Alex's choice was similar to his crush's style, but Alex misunderstood and thought she was the one he liked. Before the misunderstanding got worse, In-guk cleared it up and promised to buy Alex a necklace as a thank you for helping him choose. The next morning, Alex woke up to find a necklace next to her bed. She assumed it was from In-guk, but didn't think much of it. What Alex didn't notice was a small note that had fallen under the bed. That day was cleaning day, but only Alex, Sung-hyun, and Tae-jun were at home. Tae-jun tried to help Alex with every chance he got, making sure she didn't work too hard. Sung-hyun also tried to get closer to her by offering to help put on the necklace she received. Jealous, Tae-jun vacuumed his room and accidentally pushed the note further under the bed. At the end of the day, In-guk came home feeling sad after getting rejected by his crush. It turned out that his crush had just started dating someone else the day before. This made Tae-jun realize that if he didn't tell Alex how he felt, she might fall for someone else. To help In-guk get over his crush, everyone drank together that night. At one point, In-guk and Tae-jun were alone, and In-guk asked if Tae-jun liked Alex. Surprised, Tae-jun said he only saw Alex as a friend. Without them knowing, Alex overheard the conversation and felt heartbroken. A little later, everyone was drunk and started playing Truth or Dare. Tae-jun was asked if he liked someone, but he avoided the question. Alex, who had been hoping to hear him say yes, felt even more disappointed by his response. The next day, Sung-hyun asked Alex out for coffee. They spent the day together, but Sung-hyun held back from telling her how he felt. After that night, he realized that Alex liked Tae-jun, and he didn't want to come between them. When they got back home, In-guk gave Alex the necklace he had promised her a few days ago. Alex was surprised because she was already wearing a necklace that she thought was from In-guk. There, In-guk explained that he had found the necklace with a note outside the house and assumed it was for Alex. He had placed it on her bedside table, but didn't know who had sent it. After checking her room, they found a note that said, "I have something to tell you about the pendant." Everyone figured it must have been from the strange man who had been hanging around their house lately. The man had told Alex that he was their neighbor, so they all went to his house to ask him directly. Nervously, they knocked on his door, and were surprised when he invited them in. It turned out the man's name was Ji-hoo, and he had been looking for his lost dog, not his girlfriend. The last time he saw his dog, it was near their house, which is why he had been around so much. Ji-hoo also felt bad for scaring Alex that night and gave her a handmade necklace as an apology gift. After all the misunderstandings were cleared up, Alex and the guys returned home. That night, Alex got a phone call from a company in America where she had once applied for an internship. They offered her a better position, but she had to return to the US next week if she wanted the job. Before Alex could respond, Tae-jun called her downstairs. The guys were enjoying an ice cream night, but In-guk accidentally bought only 5 ice cream bars. So, Alex and Tae-jun went to the store to buy another one and stopped by Ji-hoo's house on the way. Ji-hoo gave them matching rings as a gift, but apologized when he found out they weren't actually a couple. Unexpectedly, Tae-jun had asked Ji-hoo to make the rings, hoping to give one to Alex when he confessed his feelings. On the way home, Tae-jun asked Alex to go on a coffee date with him the next day. The next morning, they spent hours getting ready before heading to the cafe. After spending the whole day together, they stopped at a park. Tae-jun was just moments away from telling Alex how he felt when she told him she would be returning to America next week. Tae-jun was shocked, but he hid his feelings and wished her the best. The next morning, all the guys found out that Alex would be leaving soon. That night, they threw her a farewell party where they danced and had fun together. In such a short time, they had become like family. The following day was the day Alex would fly back home. A few hours before leaving, Alex gave Tae-jun a chocolate bar with a small note. In the next scene, everyone went to send her off. Tae-jun opened the chocolate and saw that Alex had confessed her feelings in the note. Soon after, Tae-jun wrote back, telling her that he loved her too. They smiled at each other before the car took her away. The scene then moved to a few months later. Alex returned to Korea and met Tae-jun outside the house. They both wore their promise rings and felt happy to be together again as a couple. The film ends. The moral lesson from this film is always listen to your mom, even if you think you won't forget, or you might end up with a surprise roommate and more drama than a soap opera.